So this task 6.2 was basically an extension on task 5.2. Um, so the task basically required us to create a bank class, and with that bank class, we sort of before we didn't really address like how a user would select an account or handle multiple accounts or anything like that, and this exercise sort of addresses that. So the bank class, it's all described here. So essentially, I'll just open up mine. So yeah, it's got a private list. Um, when you construct the bank, you've got to allocate the list. When you add an account, you don't, not it's not public access, so we had to provide assessor methods for this. Get an account. This was pretty straightforward. Basically, it takes a string name. This is the account that will be returned. It's originally nothing, and then you go through every account in the accounts list, and soon as it finds an account equal to the name, it assigns it to return account, and then it breaks. And it always returns the return account, whatever's in here. So if this never found anything, you would get a null, and as soon as it does find something, breaks, gives you a return account. And this is pretty self-explanatory here. Basically, this is just a overloaded function, and it will just call this on the transaction given, based on either of these three. So basically, what do we got? Yep. Yep. So basically, we're just creating the ability for the user to actually add a new account. So it's in the banking system. So I've created a function, add new account. I'll show what it actually does. So add new account. You've chosen to add a new account. Name, I'll give it my name. I'll give myself $199. And yep, so let's say we want to find that account. Hash. And it has found it. It's printed its details as well. So as we go through, yeah, so I added that find account private static method. I think I just sort of showed this before. Okay. So I'll just show the code. This is it here. And then I'll just give a demonstration of what it does when it doesn't find an account. Anything, because we have nothing in there yet. Bank does not have anything for anything. Okay. Next one. Oh, yep, so basically just now when someone does a deposit, it actually checks which account they want to do that for. So we had to change the do deposit method just to accept a bank account rather than a bank, sorry, rather than an account. So we have that in here. So just find do deposit. Do deposit. So basically it just first checks for an account, and if it didn't return an account, you can't continue with it, so it just breaks. So I'll try it now. I'll show what happens when there's no account. Ash. There is none. Alright, let's add it. Let's do a deposit. It's found it. $48. Oh yeah, just to show you that sort of like the math works. 248 as we'd expect. So I'll just prove that the other ones work, but once I've shown that works, the others were pretty much a copy paste job. So yeah. Alrighty, we'll do a deposit. Sorry, we'll have to add someone now. Hash 100. Let's withdraw. Hash 30. So I believe it says one of the things I've got to do is explain what happens when you got multiple accounts. So I think the best way to do that is with the transfer. So I'll just do that now. 100. Alright, let's do a transfer. So now we've got two accounts. We've got Mon and Ash. Transfer. We'll transfer from Ash. Give to Mon. We'll do 100. Oh, do we not have that much in there? Let's try again. Ash 100. Mon 100. Do a transfer. Right, now we'll check the balances of each. Ash has 0 as you expect, and we expect Mon to have 200. And she does. So yeah, that's basically that one. What else did I have to do for this? Yeah, I think I've already been through this. So if find account doesn't work, I just break out of the while loops that I have for each of these, and it basically skips over the rest of the code. When you have multiple accounts, it simply just looks through for the first instance of an account with a given name. So if you had two with the same name, it'd pick up the first one. If you had two with different names, the find account would always pick up the one that has the same string as the parameter given. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one.